Good evening, residents of Everett, Washington. I would like to call to order the Everett City Council meeting of July 9th, 2025. For information on council meetings and how to participate, please visit everettwa.gov/citycouncil. Clerk, will you please take the roll?
Mayor Franklin.
Here.
Vice President Zarlingo.
Here.
Councilmember Fossey.
Here.
Councilmember Bader.
Excused.
Councilmember Ryan.
Excused.
Councilmember Vogely.
Here.
Councilmember Tui.
Here.
President Schwab.
Here. At this time, I would like Councilmember Zarlingo to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. And at this time, I'd like to ask Councilmember Tui to read the land acknowledgement.
Certainly. The City Council wishes to acknowledge the original inhabitants of this place, the Stohushi people and their successors, the Tulalip tribes. Since time immemorial, they have hunted, fished, gathered on, and taken care of these lands and waters. We respect their sovereignty, their right to self-determination, and honor their sacred spiritual connection with the land and water. We will strive to be honest about our past mistakes and bring about a future that includes their people, stories, and voices to form a more just and equitable society.
Thank you. Okay, on to old business. Do I hear a motion for approval of the minutes for July 2nd, 2025?
Seconded.
Okay, motion second's been made. Clerk, please take the roll.
Vice President Zarlingo.
Yes.
Councilmember Fossey.
Yes.
Councilmember Bader.
Yes.
Councilmember Vogely.
Abstain?
Councilmember Tui.
Yes.
President Schwab.
Yes. Okay. Well, good evening, Mayor.
Good evening, President Schwab, Council and Community. First, I want to congratulate our new Deputy Chief. Deputy Chief Getz is here. Congratulations. It's great to be back to 2 Deputy Chiefs. If you remember, we were holding that position vacant for a while as part of the voluntary separation. And I know Chief DeRoos is excited to have and Deputy Chief Hendrickson is excited to have some support again. So congratulations. And our youth interns are underway this summer. It's our annual youth summer internship program. It's in partnership with Everett School District. And the city is hosting 24 interns in almost every city department. So it's a lot of fun. I got to meet all the interns yesterday. They're helping us with special projects, new initiatives, and they're bringing a lot of great energy to the city. So if you see young people as you're going around in the city buildings, please say hello. And finally, this is a really big, exciting weekend. Downtown is the place to be. On Friday, Salty Sea Day events are coming back again this year, hosted by the Downtown Everett Association. They'll have live music, a beer garden, family-friendly activities. On Saturday, Salty Sea Days continues, and also we'll have Everett 3-on-3 basketball, where downtown is transformed into dozens of basketball courts. And on Sunday, the Everett 3-on-3 basketball continues, and there'll be a slam dunk contest in the morning. And of course, we'll have our Everett Farmers Market. But also this weekend, we have Everett's Tour de France with the Everett Performance Omnium, I think is how I say it, Omnium. They host a bike racing this weekend. So the Grand Avenue Loop is going to be Saturday from 11:30 to 9:30 p.m. And the Riverside neighborhood will see street bike racing Sunday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And you can find information about all these events at visiteverett.com. And no further comments. Thanks.
Thank you very much. So now it's time for public comment. Angie, do we have any public comment?
We have no public comment and no written comment either.
Okay, we'll move on to council comments. Councilmember Vice President Zarlingo.
Thank you. Well, first, I'd like to recognize the young man who rescued an 11-year-old boy from drowning yesterday afternoon at Silver Lake in South Everett. Quick action by a 13-year-old along with CPR by nurses and others nearby appears to have saved the boy's life. These actions, along with further care by the Everett Fire Department and later transport to Providence Medical Center here in Everett, looks like it will avoid a family and community tragedy. Everett's Fire Station 7 is very near, really adjacent to the park, but drownings can happen really quickly. And I want to commend the members of our community who stepped in just as quickly to make that critical difference. And lastly, I'd like to thank the news organizations, quite a number of them now, who've included in their coverage of this incident the safety recommendations of the Everett Fire Department. And note that there are free loaner life jackets in a small shed in the beach area of Thornton Sullivan Park. So it's really nice to have Silver Lake. It's a special spot in my heart, but I also know there are risks that way when kids are around water. So I'm appreciative of the cautions going out. And then lastly, yesterday I represented Everett on Snohomish County Tomorrow's exploratory committee. This is a subcommittee working on the direction of Snohomish County Tomorrow, the larger committee, recommendations of what Snohomish County Tomorrow should focus on. And there seems to be a broad consensus that housing is the most important thing for the group. In terms of affordable housing, one of the things I'm beginning to appreciate is how complex that is with many different players, many different regulations, sources of funding, and it's not the same as various parts of the county. So I expect this Snohomish County Tomorrow group to be working together on recommending actions to the county council and to the cities in the county that will coordinate and improve the process of getting more affordable housing built. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Fosse.
I'll be brief today because our mayor kindly covered all these wonderful, amazing events that we have coming up. I hope everybody enjoyed all the festivities for the 4th of July this last weekend. I have been hearing a little bit from constituents on a lot of the heaviness of the time right now. And I just want to relay that that is a really good opportunity to reach out to your elected officials, local on up, asking clarifying questions, what's going on, what you need to do. Civic engagement is a really good place to put a lot of your energy at this time if you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed. So I think that's my only note for today. And then, yeah, just be kind to your neighbors.
Thank you. Councilmember Bader.
Thanks, Council President. Just real quick, last week we had the monthly PSRC Growth Management Committee meeting, and the most significant discussion was actually a presentation around regional centers. They're reconsidering the criteria for those. I don't think that will affect Everett at all, but there are some other areas in the region that the regional centers are kind of on the bubble in terms of criteria of density and that kind of thing. So that'll be an interesting discussion going forward. The mayor mentioned that bike race coming up this weekend, the Omnium in Riverside neighborhood, and it's really exciting. They had there last year, and it's if you haven't ever seen bike racing before, I know some of us are probably watching the Tour de France as well. Come over by Garfield Elementary and kind of park there, and you can catch it. But even for a few minutes, it's kind of much more exciting than I think most people think bike racing might be. Finally, I want to thank a great group of people who volunteers who helped put on the 4th of July parade last week. I'm lucky enough to be involved with them, but just fantastic people who give a lot of their time to do this. And big thanks to the city as well, Tyler Chisholm and others for their support of us getting the 4th of July parade put on again this year. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Vogely.
Thank you. Good evening. Congratulations, Deputy Chief Getz. I'm curious if we'll be seeing you at TAC anymore, or if it's going to be somebody else. You don't have to answer that now. And nothing other than that. Thanks.
Thank you. Councilmember Tui.
Congratulations to Cap Getz and Deputy Chief Getz. Thank you. And that's all I have for tonight. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Congratulations, Deputy Chief Getz. Great pick by the mayor and the staff. I'd like to recognize Councilmember Bader for his servanthood and the hours that he spent down for the 4th of July parade. Thank you very much. Great job and well organized. Also, I just want to recognize our community as a whole. Everett is just not a great place to live, but when things happen, and a cold water drowning, they're very serious and happen very quickly. To have the whole community come together, including bystanders, the Everett Fire Department, nurses at the hospital. Everett's a safe place when wrong things happen. So I just want to recognize that. Also, I just want this week with the mayor and the mayor's staff, we've been talking a lot about traffic. And you know how it is sometimes when the sun comes out in this part of the country that they send us speed up too also. So I just want to know ongoing that there's been a lot of discussion about about traffic and traffic calming, traffic studies. And so more to come on that. Also, next week, we'll be having a budget committee meeting. That'll be 5:30. We'll do an early and then a quick break before the council meeting. So thanks for that. Onward to the city administration. Jennifer.
We don't have a report tonight.
Okay, how about our city attorney, David Hall?
No executive session and no report other than I will be out of town this weekend, so the slam dunk contest is wide open.
Okay, we'll mark that off. All right, so on to our consent items. We have 8 consent items. Do I have a motion?
Councilmember Bader, so moves.
Second the motion.
Okay, we have a motion and second. Any questions? Okay, clerk, please take the roll.
Vice President Zarlingo.
Yes.
Councilmember Fosse.
Yes.
Councilmember Bader.
Yes.
Councilmember Vogely.
Yes.
Councilmember Tui.
Yes.
President Schwab.
Yes. Okay, moving on to our proposed action item, item number 9. It's a second reading. The final reading is July 16th, 25. Are there any questions? Okay, on to our action item. This is a third and final reading. Item number 10, Council Bill 2506-38. Adopt an ordinance relating to ambulance and emergency first aid services, adding a section to chapter 3.82 of the Everett Municipal Code. Do I have a motion?
Move to approve this action item.
Second the motion.
Motion and second. Are there any questions or comments? Okay, so hearing none, clerk, please take the roll.
Vice President Zarlingo.
Yes.
Councilmember Fosse.
Yes.
Councilmember Bader.
Yes.
Councilmember Vogely.
Yes.
Councilmember Tui.
Yes.
President Schwab.
Yes, and with no further business, we are now adjourned.